Stay tuned and let's take a look at this Marvel Legends Iron Man 2020. Pow and welcome back to the channel, Dan Who Reviews. As always, my name is Dan W. Make sure you are following me on Instagram at It's Dan Who. Today we are taking a look at this Marvel Legends Iron Man 2020. Now I believe this is going to be a Walgreens exclusive over in the US. As in the UK, we don't have Walgreens. Sometimes we get a little lucky, and I got mine thanks to Indemand Toys, but it is available in the UK online right now. So this is a nice looking Iron Man armor based off that Marvel 80 years anniversary retro sort of Iron Man they did. It's another way for them to get out the body, but he is a different character. It's not Tony Stark. I will get into it as we go along and give you some tidbits about this character, but it is from Marvel Comics, obviously. It's his Anno Stark. He's basically a relative of Tony Stark from the multiverse, so he's not in the 616. But it is a funky looking Iron Man armor nevertheless. But what makes this figure really interesting is all of the accessories that it comes with. We're getting like these blast effects that we've not seen before. So it's always nice when you get a first in Marvel Legends form. So as always, there he is in the front of the box with his accessories in there. And those two at the back, you can't really see, but they're definitely there. Side of the box, we get a nice comic image of Iron Man 2020. On the back, we're getting another graphic, and then we get a little write-up that reads, Anno Stark wields powerful weapons and a superior armor suit as Iron Man 2020. As I said, I think Anno Stark is like a cousin of Tony Stark, or a distant cousin, but from the multiverse. Iron Man logo at the top. So yeah, without further ado, let's crack this open. Pow! And here he is out of the packaging with his accessories attached. And you have to admit, whether you are familiar with the character of Iron Man 2020 or not, this is going to make a very nice display piece. And I have no doubts you'll be able to use these accessories with other figures. So there is just a quick look of how he is attached to his accessories, these blaster effects. And yeah, let me just take him off and you'll see what they do. So the feet ones are actually separate pieces, which is a nice touch. So you can have him just like that because we're getting these. And I'm not sure if we've seen these before in Marvel Legends form. Someone let me know. But these are much thicker than the repulsors that we're used to seeing from Iron Man. Let me just zoom in. I like the translucent sort of orange to yellow. But yeah, these foot ones are much thicker. And I can't remember if we've seen them before. But anyway, these plug into the feet. So there's two in the feet right there. And then you also get two repulsor blasts for the hands. And annoyingly, these repulsor hands are the ones that don't have a hinge, frustratingly. But anyway, so there he is with the feet. And then you get these two pieces that you actually have to just stick them in. There's like a hole. And he just stands there. So, yeah, we've definitely not seen these before. Hollow, orangey yellow, translucent. And then, again, there's a hole in the middle there for you to stick the foot repulsor blasts in. And these are sort of made symmetrical, so you can sort of line them up so it looks like they're one piece, but they're actually two separate pieces, which is a nice touch. So yeah, you put them down, and now you've got your repulsor blasts. You put the feet blasts in, and then he will hover. Beautiful. I'm liking it. Iron Man 2020. So let's take a look at Anno Stark without any of his accessories attached, and it is a funky looking design, like a sort of steampunk Iron Man version, I don't know, with all these gears and whatnot on, but it is definitely on the base body of the 80 years anniversary Iron Man, which I will do a comparison of in a minute, just with some changes. Like this bout is a separate piece, which is new, and there's like gears there, and there's some sort of fan there. Iron Man's biggest fan is right there, and then we've got some gears on this shoulder piece. Now, this isn't new sculpting. This is a separate piece on top of the previous base body. As when I got mine out of the packaging, mine was like a little bit up like that. So you could actually see the previous body, which was a little bit annoying. But again, they're gears. So I'll just give them a twist. And there you go. Now they fell back into place. So just be careful of that. But yeah, it is a separate sort of top shoulder piece. And then, as I said, this bout piece is separate as well. and the colour scheme is different. But as you can see, he's got two fisted hands. So yes, always good to get some interchangeable hands to mix up the display. So I've changed the hands up. So the two fisted hands are on there, but I've already showed you that he also comes with two repulsor hands without the hinging, but they have got the hole in. And if you wanted to know, the bigger blasts do go in there as well. So you could either put the repulsor blast in there or these new foot blasts. So I think ACBA community are going to really like the accessories that come with this one. So here's a closer look at that new head sculpt, and unlike other Iron Man figures, you can actually see the eyes underneath that faceplate there. As this Iron Man 2020, wasn't really a good guy. Anno Stark used the technology for like espionage and mercenary tasks, so he wasn't really a hero, but you can sort of see that with his angry sort of face, and then he's got like this gritted teeth sort of into the faceplate. But yeah, definitely an angry, evil looking Iron Man. Again, here's a closer look at that separate top piece. Moving down to the bout, we get some sort of tech there, and then, as I said, gear on one side, Iron Man's biggest fan on the other side, but the rest of the figure is exactly the same. But I just wanted to show you a close-up of that head sculpt. Definitely new, not seen it before, looking good. And here we have the comparison you all wanted to see. We have Iron Man 2020 compared to the vintage Iron Man from the Marvel 80 years anniversary line. And as you can see straight away, different paint scheme, but the same base body. So this gold has definitely got more of a yellowy tinge to it, and the red is a lot darker, more of a sort of dark ruby or maroon compared to the sort of classic Iron Man red over here. But both have that metallic sort of glare to them, and you can see how the face sculpts are completely different. This Iron Man's just got a slit, this one's got the growl, and there's definitely no eyes under there. But yeah, same figure, so they're going to have the same range of articulation. But what I like about them using the same figure is that this Iron Man is able to use all of these new accessories that we're getting with this new Iron Man 2020. So straight away, there's the leg blasters on here. And if I bring in these again, there you go. Your vintage Iron Man can sort of also use his effects. And for anyone wondering, yes, the classic looking Tony Stark head sculpt does pop onto this figure, no problems at all. But do remember, this isn't Tony Stark's armor. This is a multiverse version of Iron Man worn by Arno Stark, one of Tony Stark's relatives in some sort of multiverse. But still, if you wanted to add it to your Hall of Armor, you can. And before we wrap up, I just wanted to show you these blast effects separately so you know exactly what you're getting, because I do think a lot of people are going to pick up this figure just for the accessories. So you're getting these two sort of floor blast effects, which again can be used as anything in your ACBA. And again, two separate pieces, but they will sort of sit on top of each other so they look like one piece. Then you get these two new sort of foot repulsor blasts. I don't know what else to call them, but you can use them on the hands as well for a stronger looking blast. And then we've got the classic ones we've been getting for a while now, so I'm sure you've got tons of these, but we've got two of these normal repulsor blasts as well. So yeah, very nice accessories. Think this figure will be sought after just for these on their own. And for another Iron Man comic comparison, here we have the Invincible Iron Man, and then also this sort of space Iron Man suit. But I think Iron Man wore this when he was in the Guardians of the Galaxy. People think this is an MCU suit for some reason, but it's not. It's a comic suit. We are getting a new Starburst Gamerverse suit that we'll be able to add into our Hall of Armor soon as well, which is the white one, which is a Target exclusive. But yeah, this is the Guardians of the Galaxy Iron Man comic armor, and then this is your Invincible Iron Man armor. So yeah, forever building our Hall of Armor. Here he is compared to Cap and Thor, and then here is Iron Man 2020 compared to a couple of Machine Men, because Iron Man 2020 debuted in a Machine Man comic back in the 80s. So there you have it. Final thoughts. This is a solid Iron Man figure. I think this is going to be very sought after just for the accessories alone. Again, it's going to bring some life and a bit of character to your display, and I always like figures that can make the displays pop and come to life, and this one definitely can. And even if you don't want him blasting off the ground, remember, these pieces come apart and you can get them on a flight stand. Some decent head articulation with some ab crunch. You can get him on a flight stand flying above your collection, which is always fun. So I think if you're an Iron Man fan, you're going to definitely want to get this one. But even your avid comic collectors are going to want to pick this up just for the accessories alone. And again, even if you're not familiar with Iron Man 2020, it's just another Iron Man armor to build up your hall of armor. He makes tons of armors. You don't need to know them all. It's just a funky, cool, cog looking hall of armor. But you let me know what you think in the comments below. As always, are you going to try and track this down? Are you happy with the accessories? Do you hope Hasbro keep trying out new stuff like this? I certainly do. And if you want to support the channel and watch even more reviews, go and check out the videos tab. Literally hundreds of Marvel Legends reviews. And if you want to support the channel, then you can do that right here simply by hitting that subscribe button. Much appreciated. And if you do want to support the channel that little bit more and see me review much more things and get some exclusive videos, then go over to Patreon and you can support me there as well. It is much appreciated all the same. But as always, people, my name is Dan W. And of course, I shall see you on the next one.